police department entrance. There we go. What's up with that blue guy over there? Phew. We're finally here. Why would they put the detective so far away from the prosecutor's office? That looks almost 30 minutes. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. This is my first time to the police department, actually. Hold on, what's that? The heck? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh, wait, I know. This is the blue badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you know a lot about the police department. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the blue badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Oh boy. Hi, pal. What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Oh, well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. It's like these characters can hear our thoughts. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect, Lena Sky's sister. Whoa, chief prosecutor's little sister. Just please investigate this carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Yeah, after probably all that Bon Karma stuff. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of the criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe? What did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself has directed this investigation, pal. An Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Yep. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Ema did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Anything we can show you, Gumshoe? Like, maybe we can finally show somebody this? Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it in to the police. It's people like you that get me in so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But don't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Alright, finally, we got something out of it. Bruce Goodman. So, this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Scott called him out there to the parking lot. And Lena's confessing as much. Anything else we can show you? Like this? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. He's even got naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Yeah, we've heard about the rumors. Parking stub. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot. Oh, what? Okay. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would Chief Prosecutor Sky do with such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Can we go back to Edgeworth? Oh, he's gone. Okay. So what do I do now? What's the question? Anything else I can find in here? Wait, what is that? Wow, what an amazing bouquet. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. What? Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And here beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of this foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. Is the prosecutor in this office named Wendy? I don't think so. Okay, yeah, it's probably talking about Wendy Oldbag. I'll tell you. I'll just bet anything. It's Wendy Oldbag. Whoa! There's these are all case files. They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. With them already packed in so tight like that, what's he going to do when he gets new case files? Splendid, Mr. Wright. What an unusual observation. I think that was a compliment. What's up with this? Interesting. There's a jacket framed on the wall like a painting. The fabric is high-grade cashmere, Italian styling. Silk ruffles, turquoise buttons, and a gold thread collar. I'm guessing it's worth around $5,000. For $5,000? Speaking of which, your suit would be about... That's enough of that. I don't need my life appraised, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to observe in here, so where the heck do I go? I was wondering about that. What? The Dance of Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger. I fated to dance till he drops. Blue Badger added to the court record. Actually, it seems to be ripped. What's up with that? Oh, I can't click on it. Huh. Alright. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I feel like I just wasted the last 10 minutes. He's a tough spot again. Oh yeah, Edgeworth. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, the latest case has started a new rumor. People will say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this all for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West L.A. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look twice, pal. Well, here's hoping. February 22nd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit until the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Oh, hello. Oh, okay. Why the surprised looks, since I mentioned I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Wow, sheesh. Thank you, lady. Well, Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Actually, I should probably present this first. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn your fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cowdog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitations. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Great, Detective Gumshoe. I owe you one. No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Officer Marshall isn't a detective, he's a patrolman. That reminds me of something. That is odd. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our ghost track. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self: police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. Alright, now let's talk to you. The victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Autopsy report after the court record. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny how you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Wow, okay then. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You calling me out? They'll shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambino? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. Oh. Well, I suppose we can check out some of this stuff now. What's this? This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Sure. Right. Let's check it out. Alright. The display is still on the redial button. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to dial the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Well, according to the game, this is set in 2017 now it would be. That's actually kind of mind-blowing right now. Just all this older technology. Now, I wonder who the owner of this phone called last night. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that song, I know that. Is that the background music? Hey, what's going on over there? Ah, oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this, anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to the chief prosecutor, Scott. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Well then, whose phone was just ringing? Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Interesting. So, Phoenix's phone was the last one she called? Wouldn't he have known about that? Oh, wait a second, is that string or chalk? Oh, this rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know who would come to that conclusion. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Yeah, it's Edgeworth's car. If I had a luxury car, my screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get big bucks. Yeah, can't imagine Edgeworth having a car like this, I'm not gonna lie. Is this gonna be important? A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block and buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Yet you refuse to accept cases. That's a bit weird in my opinion, Phoenix. Anything else I can check over here? Oh, here we go. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something written on it. 6-7-12-2. You're right. Let's see. 6-7S12/2. There's a name printed on this paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman's note added to the court record. Anything I can present? My sister's cell phone. The last time it was used was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. Why did Lena make that call? Yeah, and why was Phoenix's phone ringing? That's what I want to know. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me to never visit Texas. Thought he said he was from LA. Maybe we can investigate this. Nope. Anything else we can check on the phone? Do this again. There's no need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like I do. You look like I do during finals. Never mind. It's nothing. Is there nothing else I can check out here? Oh. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. I see he's popular as ever with the kids. So now what do I do? Once again, I am stuck. Anything else I can show you, dude? Oh, here we go. Ah, toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? Toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it, they've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Actually, anything else I can talk about? Okay, yeah, because that's what kind of got me confused last time. So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? Probably. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill will. So, someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence, arranging testimonies, you name it. He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Bambina. It's your sister. Chief Prosecutor Lena Skye. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What you're saying is Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? Guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. I should probably check that autopsy report now that I think about it. Death due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Okay, I was gonna say. 12-centimeter knife, single stab wound was found. Alright, just to make sure I get all that. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lena is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? Oh, okay. That's why... Well, it is background music, but yeah. That popular TV show for kids. The phone that just rang wasn't mine. It was yours. That makes more sense. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Alright. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor of the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Well, that was a very long part. I'm sure I'm going to have to edit some stuff out, but right now I'm just approaching an hour and 20 minutes. I don't know how long the final episode's going to be, but... This is a very interesting case. The examination of evidence and more detailed stuff, whatever. I don't know. I kind of like that. It adds a little more realistic element to the case, if you want to put it that way. Yeah, this case is definitely something, because yeah, like you said, the victim is a detective, and the suspect who is confessing is the chief prosecutor. This, if we're gonna win this, which is probably yes, then we're definitely gonna have to just work our butts off or something. But anyway, I'm so tired. Well, not physically. I've just been talking for over an hour, so I really need to rest and take a break from talking. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like, comment what you thought, subscribe to my channel for the next part when that's out. Be sure to check out some of my other videos, and remember to stay awesome. See ya!